Hello and greetings from the Canadian North. I was looking at some pictures on internet and I was trying to understand how the anchors are to be placed and how were they supposed to work. And the first picture is Tsesarevich itself in Port Arthur actually, and you can see the racks, the anchors were placed on the racks, and you can see the chains, so you can easily deduct the position of the anchors, which correspond to the position that Trumpeter recommends, but you cannot really see the anchors. Now, studying these pictures, I could get an answer for the anchors, but I couldn't get the answers about the anchor chains. Anchor chains are a different animal. There is another ship which shows things a bit more clear. This is a Mikasa, and you can see at the bow the symbol of the Imperial Navy, the 16 petals golden chrysanthemum, and it shows the anchors. It shows the anchors properly placed, exactly how Trumpeter indicates to be placed, and it shows the anchor chains for the starboard pair of anchors. This is a good picture for and it shows the davit also. The davit was supposed to manipulate the anchors once they were out of the water. You use the davit to pull them on the proper place, to place them on the rack. And I have finally another picture. This is the Majestic, which was very much actually Mikasa. The Japanese Mikasa was a modified Majestic, so we have the same system, exactly the same system, and one of the anchors is missing because the ship is anchored. The anchor is in the water, so you see the second anchor properly placed, the chain and the davit, so everything is visible here. So for the anchors, I think Trumpeter is very much correct, and I will do the same. Now for the anchor chain, that's a different question. I have 4 anchors. The pieces are E13 on the plastic sprue E13. I have 4 of them because we have 2 and 2 the other side, and I know there is another anchor. I don't know if it's on E2. There is another anchor somewhere for the stern of the ship. Apparently is not. Oh yeah, it might be this one, the small one here. Let's not worry about that one for now. These 4 are, as I said, identical, and then I have 2 chains. I know one of the chains, I think one of the chains came with a model, and another chain I bought it, or it came perhaps with the guns, can't remember, the metal guns I put instead of plastic barrels. So that's that. Now I'll have to paint these and start installing them here in the position we've seen, and also the chains will have to be run from the anchor to the corresponding keel hull holes, as in the pictures. Yes, first painting. Now I've decided these things deserve a airbrushing, not hand painting, because I'm gonna the hand painting I'm gonna mess with the anchor chain, and there are these two Davids also. I forgot about them earlier. They are the E12, I believe. So the 4 anchors and the anchor chain. Now if you look at Ron Calverley videos, the channel, the model ship, in one of the vessels, I can't remember, it was Hood or the Bismarck, he has a couple of episodes talking and tinkering and poking around for the anchor chain. I remember it was like, man, he's never gonna finish the anchor chains. So no, I'm gonna just paint them and not torture you with too much detail. I have to say, compared to Ron, I'm very fast, or should I say more correctly, I'm very superficial. Yes. It crossed my mind, okay, we're gonna have the anchors here, but then the anchor chain will come from here up to here in this hole, in the hole. Okay, and the second one will come from here to the second anchor. But was the anchor mechanism inside the hull, inside the ship? Or was it on top here? That I don't know. And that gives me to think again about these winches, these very large winches here. I have a feeling, I cannot prove it, that the anchor chain came from here on top of the deck to here somehow, to these winches here, went down below with some big holes here in the deck, and went out from here and went to the anchor. I think this was the correct trajectory of the anchor chain in reality. Now, I don't have pictures of the deck of Tsesarevich or of any other contemporary battleship, but I have one for the battleship Majestic, which I showed you in another episode. Is this picture. This picture where you can see the anchors, the anchor chains on the upper deck at the bow of the ship. That means, okay, the anchor should come out of the deck here, the anchor chains, run along these winches and at least up to here. Majestic didn't show them coming to here. They stopped here somewhere, somehow. I don't know how they functioned. But I wonder what these things are, if not for the anchor chains. There is nothing to justify these things here. I am very tempted, because now I should start drilling 2 holes here and 2 holes here and let my anchor chain go inside and you know, make believe that it's like it's coming out of these holes. But I'm not sure I want to start drilling here, because I don't know, I can't remember what's inside, and with the drilling, who knows what other disaster I will provoke here. But I'm very tempting to have my anchor chain from here going to the first winch, going to these bollards, and maybe even go here. But I don't know how this turret, if the anchor chain will not be in the way of the turret. I will have to see about that. And you would believe the anchor and anchor chain is a simple question. And I looked on YouTube and I looked at other modelers' pictures. They do it the way Trumpeter does it. From here to here, from here to here, and that's it. I think I have a pretty good feeling they were on top of the upper deck too. I'm gonna take the first anchor and try to glue the first end of the chain onto the stem of the anchor. Yeah. I'm still using this Gorilla stuff. I think there is some product left in there. Should be okay for a while. Except the times when it gets stuck, the tube, the small hole gets stuck, and it's harder to get it out. But apart from that, it's a very good product. Of course, the anchor will need some touch up after that, but this was to be expected. I know you cannot see it. Well, something like this. I'll have to let it dry properly. Maybe add some more glue just to make sure. This needs some serious drying time. So I'm gonna leave this part the way it is now, and we'll see how it goes later. In the meanwhile, it crossed my mind to add some rigging, some lines glued to the pulleys. Remember, we talked a lot about these pulleys on the two funnels, and I want to cross with some lines, 2 of them here and 2 of them here for each tunnel. I'm gonna take advantage of this off time, waiting time, and I will do just that. Let's say that is the first one. The second one, if I'm lucky, it will stay there. I could even try a bit of this. And see from there. I don't know if it was a good idea. We'll see at the end. I'm gonna do the same for the second one, and then for the other funnel off camera. I think this is it for the funnels. I managed to glue some lines. And when the funnels will be installed, about I don't know, well, the first funnel I should install it now in step 14. This is what Trumpeter say, but the lines, the rigging will be finally stretched and glued in place much later. I mean, the whole model has 29 steps, and these lines, I think they will be stretched in line 29, maybe even 30. Another observation, I think mathematically I'm at the middle of this build. I'm about to progress and hopefully finish in this episode the step 14, and all steps are 29, but I don't feel like I'm getting to the middle. I don't think I'm approaching the middle. There is a lot of work in the superstructure, and well, it is what it is. I didn't imagine this step 14, it will take me so long, 3 or 4 episodes I think, I can't remember. But here we are. First anchor in its place. I'm gonna use the same glue, the Gorilla, and perhaps later I will come with the the Tamiya cement. I think it's gonna stay there just fine. As you can see, I'm about to do damage to small pieces that are already installed. But that was to be expected, as I said many times. Now the chain should hang gracefully on the side of the ship. Okay. But in the first part it cannot do anything gracefully because it's still a bit stiff because of the paint. I think now it's much better. So perhaps I'm gonna cut the chain somewhere, you don't see it, somewhere here, and we'll see from there. And if I have to multiply this part by 4, because we have 4 anchors, and it's gonna be up to here, up to here, up to here, maybe. There's not much left to do what I wanted to do, to show the chain here on the deck, at least up to here. At least up to here, if not going to the big winches. I don't know. I have the other chain, the piece of chain, but I think they are different. So I'm not sure it's gonna work. I will put the anchors the best I can in this configuration, and perhaps something like this, and then we'll see what's left from the chain and how can I put it here on the deck, if I can put it. So now I'm gonna focus on the anchors only. I think I've put just enough. I cut the chain. Something like this. Of course it's gonna need some touch up again. You can see some shining that I don't want to be seen, and there is some need for touch up in this area too, here at the edge. But that can wait for a while. Well, I have to repeat this another 3 times, and this really will complete the step 14. Well, this is how I want to run my anchor chains. Starting from here, we're gonna avoid the turret a bit like this. To come here. And the other end will be here, like this. I should stretch it more. Like this. And then here I still don't like it. Something along these lines. Yeah, I have to apply some glue in these points, maybe here at the end, here in the middle, and here at the other end, and do the same for the other chain. It's gonna be only one chain, like for one anchor. I don't have enough chain, and I don't have enough place to run the second one each side. Maybe even this one is not correct, but this is my feeling about the anchor chain from the moment I install these big winches here. I don't know what these are for. I cannot see any other role for them. So it is what it is. Well, that's about it. Step 14 is now finished, except the first funnel that I choose not to install now. I have a bit of bad feeling about installing that funnel now. I know Trumpeter says to install it now, but I don't know. I have a bad feeling. Perhaps I will install it very soon or a bit later. I don't know yet. But the interesting part is here at the bow of the ship. The anchors are installed now, and the davits also, and the anchor chains along the trajectory I've described earlier, and they will avoid the turret. And that's it for step 14. Yes, it took me 3 or 4 episodes to tinker about this step 14, but here we are. We're finally ready. Yes, thank you.